Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Hustle and Hardwood podcast. Today we have a special guest, Diego Montalvan. He's all over social media, covering many things all across soccer or football. And right now he's traveling around North America for the World Cup. We're going to ask you a couple questions right now. We'll begin with your background with work. You worked for Telemundo, correct?
Correct, I did, yes.
All right. How did that give you more experience in the journalism field?
Um, I think if I gotta start from the top, I guess coming out of college, I went straight to ESPN, which is one of the biggest, if not one of the biggest in sports, right? Being able to cover every single sport, specializing in soccer, football, um, and I feel like there I had to do a little bit of everything. So I've been lucky enough to learn from the bottom all the way to the top. Um, with Telemundo, it was one of those things that it gave me a break in the sense of when I was at Telemundo, I never thought of being in front of camera. I never thought of being a journalist that people would know. I thought I was more of a behind the scenes kind of guy. I would write, I would help the production. But while at Telemundo, when I was working for Telemundo Boston, I had my mentor, this guy, his name's Pedro. He was the sports anchor, and it was only him, right? It was him. He was the anchor, the producer, the editor, and I took it upon myself. I told him, listen, I'm going to help you because this is what I love, and he gave me the opportunity and said, Diego, you're ready. Like, I think you know more than a lot of people. Go and talk and go do these interviews. Go be in front of camera, and that kind of pushed me to be where I am now. So I got to give a shout out to him and Telemundo for helping me. I guess break that.
Awesome. Yeah. Gabe, you can go.
Okay. Let me see what I had put down. Um, what? So when covering a thing like the World Cup, what has been your favorite part? Because this is a moment that's like cherished by the entire world when it comes to sports.
Yeah, I think aside from the game, which I gotta say they've been great. For the majority, I think the games have been great. I was a little scared that it was going to be watered down because it was more the biggest World Cup, 48 teams. I thought it was going to be a little bit watered down, but the small teams have come prepared to play and fight for their opportunity here as well. So I think that's been great. But I think the biggest thing that I've been looking at is seeing the fans from other countries taking over these cities, um, seeing enjoying American culture and Americans also embracing them. Right now, I am in Rhode Island, in the Rhode Island Boston area, and I got to see the Tartan Army, the Scottish fans, just take over. And it's been amazing how they've embraced them, how they're out there with their kilts, having beers with people and stuff, and everyone's just embracing their culture. I think that's the beauty of the World Cup, and I think that this country needed that in a way to have all these countries come and see the other cultures and see that the world can be a very beautiful place.
I love
Oh,
that. Yeah.
all right. So I have a question. You are all over social media covering everything football. What has been your favorite part of analyzing covering the world's game on social media?
My favorite part has to be the fact that it's led me to meet so many different people. It's led me to travel the world. It's led me to be and embrace different cultures and see the beauty of this world. Honestly, I think it's called the beautiful game for a reason, and not, like I said, not just being able to see the game in different aspects and different perspectives from all around the world, but being able to embrace that has been magical for me.
I love
Mhm.
that too. Yeah.
Mhm.
We also found you used to work for Days in 90 Minutes in Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm gonna assume you've probably learned a lot of skills from that. What exactly, like, what skills specifically did you learn by working with them that helped you get to where you are today?
Yeah, so with 90 Man, with Sports Illustrated, with the Zone, I got to work on different projects. With the Zone, I got to help out with the Club World Cup, which was last year, and that was also kind of boots on the ground, being at games. Um, so you kind of see the how quick this has to be, right? Like especially working social media and the digital platforms that we use nowadays. You guys know everybody nowadays wants everything quick, wants everything hitting their phone, the alerts, all that. And that was part of my job, being on the ground. I'm filming these certain things with players or goal celebrations and getting that to the fans, to you guys as quick as possible so that you guys can enjoy it as well. So I think that the how fast you got to work in a fast paced environment like sports.
Perfect. Yeah. Gabe, before you go, we're gonna switch gears now to specifically this World Cup and your thoughts on it. So, Gabe, go ahead and start.
I would like to ask just who is a player you're looking forward to watching and someone you think can be a huge impact in this?
Yeah, I think man, the it's tough to say one, right? It's tough to say one, but going into this tournament, I knew that the three players I wanted to watch specifically, I wanted to see Lamine Yamal because of what he's done with Barcelona, and now with Spain, he's taken the reins of the creativeness, right? And I think we saw that in the first game, how much goes through him at such a young age. So I'm looking forward to seeing now that he's back fully healthy and now that he can play the full 90 minutes, what he can do for Spain. Can they pick it back up? Because if they didn't, that's going to be tough, right? The second player I'm looking at is Michael Olise from France, who I think balled out with Bayern Munich. And that pass that he gave to Mbappe for that first goal, amazing. I think he's definitely one to watch and exciting. Those are the type of players that are exciting to watch that you pay the ticket for. The third player is Holland, and the reason why is because Norway hasn't been at a World Cup for so long. I wanted to see. I I've said Holland is a beast. There's no doubt about it. Norway was always a team that I felt wasn't good enough, and I felt like they needed to build a team around him. And now they finally have the pieces that they to compete, right? That can support him. So I feel like now is the time that I want to see what Holland can do with Norway, and that's why I think those three players are the ones that I want to watch.
That's awesome. I like Holland a lot. He was a beast in that game.
Yeah, and the Norwegian fans came too, man. I've been loving their celebrations and the rowing. I love it, love it.
Yeah, so how do you like who are like the countries that like you didn't see coming but like are doing really well in this tournament so far? Like
Mm,
you didn't see like the smaller countries, like
yeah,
as you said, like the World Cup expanded this year and like from 32 to 48. So like plays like Coruscant got in the
yeah.
tournament. How do you like what has surprised you so far?
Capo Verde surprised me. I'll tell you that. Against Spain, they held their own 0-0. But I just thought it was amazing how they held their own, right? Like nobody expected that. The Spanish fans themselves thought it was going to be an easy game, 5-6-0, easy game. But Vozinha, a 40-year-old goalkeeper, turned it up. And now he's got like 12 million followers because of that performance. He just changed his whole life with that one performance. So I think that surprised me. Obviously, Congo also drawing Portugal was amazing. I think Uzbekistan, they did all right against Colombia, but Colombia just has more firepower, especially when they're starting 11. I think even the US surprised me because going into this tournament, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't have them. I had them coming out second or third in that group, but after that performance, I'm really like, okay, like let's see what you got now. Like now you play today, now you play again against Australia. Let's see what you got. Because if you do that again, all right, hats off to you. Now I can say I'm a believer now.
Of course. And when it comes to Spain, how you were talking about their draw, how do you think that changes their projection? Because they were the favorite to win it all. Do you still think that they're still on there? Because I mean, Argentina in 2022, they lost to Saudi Arabia as a favorite. Do you think it's similar with Spain, or do you think they have some things to work on?
Yeah, I mean they definitely got some things to work on, right? I'm sure Luis de la Fuente, their coach, saw that game and said, "All right, there's some things I need to change around." Obviously, like I said, having Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams now back fully healthy is going to change the game for them because now they can start from get go. But I definitely think it's a wake up call, right? Just like Argentina in 2022, they lost against Saudi Arabia, and we were all talking like, oh man, this team isn't gonna do nothing. And then what they go on to win it. So I think with Spain, they're still a favorite. I think it's just a wake up call. I think luckily for them, they're in a group that they're gonna come out of. Let's be honest. So
Yeah.
I think it's just now getting things right, making sure you get it done right for the knockout stages.
Um, what would you say are your dark horses? We kind of did go over it right now just a little bit,
Yeah.
but do you have any bigger countries that you would say are still dark horses?
Yeah. Um. So when I think of dark horses, I know a lot of people will say, um, a lot of different teams, but I always try to think of a team that's outside of the like 15 top ranking in for FIFA because I want it to be somebody that not a lot of people are really thinking about, right?
Right.
Norway is one who I think is 16 or 17th right now in the FIFA rankings. I think they showed up in that first game. Let's see what they got next. I think Japan is really, really good. I think they're better than the 2022 side that beat Germany and Spain in 2022. So I think they're one to watch. They did great. I think they did great against the Netherlands. I think that was a really good game. And I was really high on Ecuador because of their defensive prowess. Right, they only let in 5 goals in all the qualifiers, but my worry with Ecuador is that they don't score. So if they're gonna win, it's gonna be a 1-0 game. That's the problem. They don't have nobody that can score except for Ener Valencia, but Valencia is also getting old. So you really don't have the depth in attack for Ecuador. So they just gotta hold their own and get draws.
Yeah.
All right, Gabe, any questions? I guess this should probably be like the final round. So, Gabe,
Um,
final question.
yeah, so I mean, let's just get this one out the way. Who do you have winning it all?
um, I originally had Spain, but I'm not. I have to see what they do now that they drew. That the draw showed me that they have things to work on. That they're not unbeatable. That they can be beaten or frustrated, and that's my question. Um, I had France too as one of my top guys, but after seeing that first half, I had a lot of questions about that midfield. There's no questions about the attack. When the attack is on, the attack they have the best attack in this World Cup, no doubt about it. But if they don't turn up, then who's going to control that game for them? Because that midfield, I think, is not a top five midfield in this World Cup. And then Argentina, yeah, they had an easier game. I'm not gonna sit here, but Messi at 38 years old turned it up, and showed that he still got it, regardless of what we thought. Right? I thought going into this tournament because Argentina had been playing friendlies against teams that I thought were too easy for them. I thought their preparation was gonna be not that good. But again, if you deliver when it matters, then what are we talking about here, right? They delivered when it mattered. So I think those are my top three teams right now. There's outside chances for England, who I think did great, but I just feel always England is a mentality thing. We've seen it in the past in other World Cups. Um, I think right now France has to be number one, the favorite, just because of the attack that they possess, and the fact that they can sub out Dembele, bring on Due, bring on Barcola, and it's like they're gonna score. At some point, they're gonna score. They're creating way too many chances.
All right. So, kind of feeding off Gabe's question, what teams have disappointed you? Like that you thought going to the tournament, besides like that you thought, but then really just not been good. Like they've lost their game. Like it's not been good.
Yeah, I think. Well, Ecuador disappointed me for the simple fact that I thought there was a lot more to see from them defensively, and they still let. Don't get me wrong, Ivory Coast is a great side. Is a great side. They have Yan Diomande and Diallo, who I think are two elite top wingers who are exciting as well. But it disappointed me. Ecuador disappointed me. I think another team that disappointed me was Paraguay because I thought going into this as well, um, they have a great coach who turned it around for them in the qualifiers, who had beat Brazil, who had beat Argentina, who had beat Uruguay. So going into this, I thought they're going to put up a fight against the U.S. in their first game, and they didn't. They didn't show up at all. So that was a disappointment. And I think the last one was Portugal. I think Portugal because going into this as well, I for me they have the best midfield in the world. That midfield line is amazing. However, I think when you don't play to your strengths and you look to feed the ball to, I get it, your superstar Cristiano Ronaldo, and just keep feeding him the ball. Unfortunately, he is not the player he once was. That's the truth. Cristiano Ronaldo is Cristiano Ronaldo, but he needs service now. He needs to be created opportunity. He's not going to be the creator. So if you're just going to give him the ball and look for the chances, I think that's where the downfall is for Portugal. They need to play to their strengths, and that means give the ball to the midfield, let them control the game, and find the opportunities for Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, that draw against DR Congo gave me some relief for
Oh yeah,
Colombia.
yeah.
We do have one more question for you, and then we're gonna do some trivia.
Yeah.
Overall, just this entire experience, what has been your favorite part about traveling for the World Cup, covering all these games and all that?
I think the favorite thing for me has been the fact that this is my first World Cup that I'm not working for one of the major quote unquote major companies like ESPN and Telemundo. I'm freelancing. So for me it's exciting because it shows me that the work that I've been doing is has been legit, right? People want are giving me a credential to be at these games where who the whole world wants to be at. So I think for me that's just like a validation of the work that I put into this. And I think that's been amazing. And yeah, I mean, obviously being at a World Cup, I think for anybody, a journalist is a dream, especially in the soccer world.
No doubt, yeah. Jesse, you do have the trivia questions. You can start off with the first one.
Yes, I will start off with the first one. Here's the first trivia question. Which German striker holds the record for the most goals scored in men's FIFA World Cup history with 16 goals?
He's now tied with Messi though, but Miroslav Klose.
That is correct. All right, Isaiah, what is the next one?
Which country hosted and won the first ever World Cup in 1930?
That'd have to be Uruguay.
Yep. Gabe?
Which nation has won the most men's World Cup the most times, claiming the trophy 5 times?
Seleção, Brazil.
Yes.
All right, which French forward scored an astonishing 13 goals in the 1958 tournament, setting a record for the most goals scored by one player in a single World Cup?
Just Fontaine.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Isaiah?
In 2022, which country became the first African nation to reach a World Cup semifinal?
Morocco.
Let's get a little Jesse, look for harder ones. These are too easy.
All right, this one's the hardest one.
All right.
Okay.
Gabe, you want to read it?
You read it, Jesse. Read it.
Okay. All right. Which Turkish striker scored the fastest goal in World Cup history, netting it just 11 seconds into the third place match against South Korea in 2002?
I just did a video on it too, and I can't remember his name.
Let's go.
I just did a video on it right before the World Cup, and I can't remember his name right now. Oh my god. Oh no, I don't. It's not coming to me right now.
Give him a hint, Jesse.
Oh,
It's this person's initials
Okay.
are H
Mm-hmm.
and S.
It's not H and S. Sukur. Hakan Sukur.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes. I knew that. I just damn forgot.
Thank you so much, Diego,
you
for
so
your
much for
time.
coming
We
on.
appreciate it sincerely. Thank you.
Oh, for sure. Anytime you guys need me, man, I'm here.
Thank you. That'll be all for the Hustle and Hardwood podcast. Special guest Diego Montalvan. And that'll be all from us.